Hello, everybody. My name is Barry John, and welcome back to Let's Play Tactical Breach Wizards. I have somebody who's stacking up on the door with me, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Laylite.
Hello, Laylite. So here on the main screen, as you progress through the game, you get additional characters, and your party start stacking up on the door behind Zan here. It's a nice, little way to show progress.
Well, now you have me worried that Zan's mother is going to get involved, so I'll just bite my tongue with regards to any plot developments.
Alright, and I want to continue.
Oh, right, in media res. That's right.
Well, yeah. But, yes, apparently the police are efficient when, somebody has aggravated them, which, kinda can happen. Don't ask me how.
Accurate.
Alright, so,
yeah, look, it's fine. We're just gonna knock them out. We're not going to, completely ruin them.
No, and besides, if they go out the window, that's already been prepared for. Alright, so confidence goals. These are optional goals. You don't always have to complete them. In fact, you don't have to complete them at all to finish the game. But they boost confidence so that you can wear fancy new duds.
I mean, some of them are good practice as far as efficiency, or in this case, full health, means that you're, dealing with the enemies efficiently and not, getting caught out in the middle of the open. You'll see some ones later on, I think, that involve, combos, so just kind of a way to tell you what is possible. Yes, if you play really on top of your game, you can do this.
Unfortunately, I checked the controls for the game, and there's no easy, swing map around 90 degrees type command. I have to manually adjust the camera when I want to do these sorts of things.
Yeah, at least the layouts are still simple enough that you can usually get a good angle without too much futzing around. So we have a new ability now for Jen, that Gale Grenade.
Yeah. Knocks back all adjacent targets. Something you'll notice about the confidence goals for each character is that they tend to reflect their play style. Zan likes to be precise, calculating. He's very much the combo setter-upper to demonstrate we are a team. Jen tends to focus on completing things as fast as possible and or throwing people out the window.
They make a good team.
Something I want to note here, we have Sharpshooter Herschel. He has his own Overwatch that is equivalent to Zan's, and you can see here he's got his warning line.
Yep, we saw one of those in the earlier chapter, but this one's under a lot more cover, so we're gonna have to get a good angle on him.
As I said, I'm not gonna force getting goals here, but some of these things are very much a case of, yeah, it's easy to do, or they're easy enough. So you can see here how the confidence goal for Jen is basically encouraging you to gale these guys out of the way.
Yep, that's some good area of effect right there.
It's basically you aim it for a target, it hits the target, and it pushes everything in an adjacent square away. It doesn't do anything to the central target. So I'll just introduce those people to the window. Jen can still... So using the Gale Grenade is just once per counter, but didn't use her action for the turn. So that's basically a freebie when you're ready to use it. And... So I'm just thinking...
There is something to be said for a strong turn 1.
Yeah. As you've noticed with your own roguelikes, especially like Into the Breach, being able to control the map from the very first turn is important. So I'm just thinking here, do I want to have Jen use her chain bolt here to knock these two guys out and about, and then have Zan deal with this guy somehow? Or if I wind up waiting on him?
I guess this is the sort of game, and like in general, with regards to action economy, it's probably better to have one guy alive at 2 health than 2 guys alive at 1 health.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm just going to take cover. Nope, if Zan takes cover there, he's still going to be shot by that guy there.
Yeah, so that's not really cover.
Yeah. Well, he's also on the corner there, so, doesn't really count.
Yeah, like that would only really cover you from like maybe like a knight's move away or like farther, like that kind of angle.
Mm-hmm.
So are you still working this one out by yourself, or do you want to take an idea from me?
Sure, ideas.
Alright, here's one thing I might spot. Jen, I think, may be able to go around her corner 90 degrees, and I think she has an angle where she can chain bolt the nearby officer into the wall twice, I think. I'm not sure. It might slide away, actually.
Here, I'll just move Jen over here. Chain bolt there.
Yeah, what does a chain bolt on those two look like?
Alright, so the chain bolt there is going to deal one. Here, hold on. Plus 1 target, 2 knockback.
Yeah.
So it knocks back people too.
Yeah, so if you chain Cassiopeia into the wall and then hit the other one, Columba, backwards for 1, that does have the benefit of getting rid of, I think, Cassiopeia and putting Columba way back, which will be useful for later.
Mm-hmm. Now, hold on, I'm just going to make sure I get this guy.
Yeah, you can still take that grenade shot from that angle, yeah.
Yeah, but here's the neat thing. I could put Zan there. Jen, you...
Yeah, because then you have a choice between, do you want to kill Columba outright, or do you want to rush Zan up closer to the door, and you accept having 2 alive at 1 health, but you're closer to the door?
No, this knocks both of them out. So what happens is I take the chain lightning, because I took the extra target upgrade last time.
You can hit Zan with it.
I can chain it off of Zan. Zan is going to get knocked back to the wall. He's going to take 1 point of damage, though, which is going to remove his confidence goal.
Yeah, but you do get the actual kill this turn and knock Zan back. Interesting, True. But that does give you a better angle, so you actually get the 2 damage instead of the 1.
Now, what I could do... Rewind. Now, if Jen were to bolt this guy, knock him out, then Zan can move up to where Columba is standing right now, shoot him with his regular shot, and be in cover against Schlott for next turn.
That's pretty good. That's at least, like, part of the way up compared to running up to the desk and taking cover behind it. So that's most of what you want, I think.
Mm-hmm. We do know that there is going to be an RPD tracker coming out next turn here, which is going to be just our regular police officers.
Yeah, but 2-on-2 is a lot more fair of a fight than 2-on-3.
Mm-hmm. So go for that, then?
That seems reasonable. Yeah, there you go. There's cover.
Yeah, and you'll notice how this guy isn't aiming at anybody with a red dot. Oh.
So although I do wonder, can you go up to the left half of the desk and check to see if you have angle on Columba? You might have been able to do that in a different order.
No.
The left half of the desk that Schult is standing behind. Do you have a diagonal shot on Columba from there? No, not from that angle. Like 100, like opposite of Schult.
Oh, you mean standing right here?
Yeah,
No.
do you have a shot on Columba from there?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
just barely not. Okay. So now here's the fun part is like you might even be able to rewind and like run Zan up to take the shot before the chain bolt, and then I think you do have an angle on Columba back when it was a knight's move and not a 3-1.
So you're saying go here, shoot him like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's hold on. This is.
And then you can take cover from Schult.
Yeah. So here, let's just shoot you. Jen can just. If I do just a regular shot here.
Oh, that's running into Zan though.
No.
At least the interface claims that.
Nope, he hits the wall.
Oh, that flashing was from Schult. Shottle.
Yeah, from Shottle. Yeah. So if Zan takes cover from that.
All right, now you get to have your cake and eat it too. Zan is as far up as he can be.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then Jen is over there. Now, this little blue box right here, I just want to point out, if anybody is standing beside it, they can grab it as a free action to give themselves one more point of power.
Oh, you see how there's, that's true.
Jen has 5 slots here with the little energy points there. So if she uses her chain bolt there, she can come over here, grab this to give her another charge.
Yeah, I appreciate those. I mean, in like a wide open tactics setting like this, these things do kind of give you hints as to where you should be going, although not necessarily when you should be going there.
Mm-hmm.
But in a case like this, I think like we were efficient enough taking out the enemies that we could probably get away with not picking that up on turn 1.
Well, I'm going to try something here. I'm just going to rewind for a second.
Because that would have been a good consolation prize for having Zan be like less far up. He would have been over there and he would have gotten to pick that up, for example.
I just want to check something here. 3 bolt per... Okay, that shoots you into the...
Sure.
Jen can chain... No,
Jen already moved, I think, but if you rewind all the way back to the start of the turn, Jen could have moved right towards the blue box instead of left, and then she would have an angle on the Columba.
True, but she wouldn't have had an angle on being able to toss the Gale Grenade here.
Ah, that's true.
And then if I hadn't Gale Grenaded, Zan wouldn't be able to run up here because he would have run straight into the Overwatch shot.
That's true, also.
Alright.
And then, like, Jan also might have been able to be, like, 90 degrees around the other side of that desk she's on now, and that might have been a better angle on Columba, but I think the line we ended up going, like, the farthest with, where nearly everything was taken care of, that one was pretty good. So I don't think we necessarily need the blue box.
Yeah. It's just an option for later.
Exactly. Isn't it so refreshing to be able to go first?
Oh, God, yes. All right,
that's what's so terrible about that other lady. She always goes first.
Okay, I'm just going to hit the end turn then.
Looks good to me.
All right. Jen can roll up here. All right. Now, here's the thing. If I seal the door, that gives me a point of power as well for whomever does it. But I'm just thinking here.
Seems like a pretty straightforward, like, static blasting the two of them into each other. Sounds like that's pretty solid.
Yeah, if I do that, Zan can run up here, seal the door, and then shoot him.
Very polite of them to just stand there while we sealed that door and then shot them.
To be fair, Zan is a professional. He's probably got, like, quick seal abilities going on.
Sure.
But that achieves both confidence goals.
Very nice.
I'm I'm going to call it.
It's good to start things off on the right foot.
Yeah.
Oh, is that all?
Don't you love bureaucracy?
When it works.
Legitimate
I don't think
concern,
that's how that works. That's right.
Yeah, so basically, yeah. Yeah, it's not like he can, use clairvoyance to figure everything out ahead of time.
Yeah, plus he doesn't exactly have X-ray vision.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so
I guess they're just gonna put them in their backpacks and then just hacksaw the locks off in between levels, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So let's see here. Zan, let a single teammate perform 2 actions in a single turn, which is his new ability he's going to break out for this. And Jen is going to... Okay, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah, this one took me a long time, and I think I had different upgrades, so I wouldn't worry about that one.
Yeah, this one is basically a come back much later and replay the mission type deal here. But I do know that you might be able to pull... Hold on, I'm just double checking here. Because I think Jen can do it with the 3-point chain lightning and Zan's double actions.
Well, that sounds pretty reasonable. I mean,
hold on.
Jen has the combos, so giving her, like, 2 different combos to set up might do it. Because she does... There is a blue, blue folder right by that right door right there, for example.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here, I'm just going to breach here with Jen. Because this is one... And move up here. Because from here, she can chain bolt to this... Wait.
That's a grenadier.
You hunkered...
He's in cover.
You hunkered down. You... Right, hit you, hit you, hit you.
Sure.
And that deals with 3 people in a single action.
Yeah, they were prepared for guns. They were not prepared for chain lightning.
Yeah. So, grab intel to recharge. Zane has his time boost ability, which basically gives up his action, or basically gives up an action to give it to somebody else. So let's him breach here.
I mean, you can't quite be in 2 places at the same time, but giving your action to someone who's really far away can be kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. You're in cover, you're in cover, you are going to spawn somebody in a turn here. Right, that was what really tripped me up, was trying to stop these guys from spawning on the first turn.
I don't think you needed to do that, but it's really just a question of what do you want to go for, really.
Let me try something else here. Jen can...
Since they're in cover, I think the only way you can either deal with them is to hit them from behind with a chain lightning, or to, like, start the chain on them with a clear line of sight on them.
Like going here, for example.
Yeah, like you could chain lightning the grenadier and then diagonally up right, and then, like, well, I guess not to the grenadier from that angle, though.
Hold on, I'm just gonna... Jen breaches here.
Yeah, from that angle, you do have a guy in the corner.
Jen can run here. Chain 1, 2,
yeah, Fang.
3.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that didn't take him out. He just got knocked around.
So that shot that guy back twice, though.
But now she can seal the door there. Zan can breach.
And sealing the door gave Jen 1 more blue mana, I think. Is that right?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Grab intel. Time boost. Oh, nope, he needs line of sight.
Oh, yeah, that's
Jen
right.
to do this.
It makes more sense when you see it in animation. You're gonna show it off here, right? You can,
Yeah.
he kind of needs to throw something to her.
Mm-hmm. So... there.
Yeah, it looks like that.
So, chain... And that leaves him all by himself over there. I honestly... I'm sure there's a way to do it, but... You know what? I'm okay if we come back later on and pulverize this room just so that Jen can get her confidence goals.
Yeah, you gave Zan some confidence, and you got pretty good work done on turn 1, let me say that right away.
Yeah. 5 people down, 1 door sealed. Both of my enemies are at the other side. I think we're good. Unless you want to try something?
I'm good. This is a fair start. I mean, that's the tricky thing about this game. You can poke at things for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think as far as trade-offs go, this is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Because at this point, it's literally just a case of walk up, knock him out.
Sure. So we were a little out of position to reach that door, but they were literally on opposite sides of the room. So...
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, good to set that up just in case. He might run that way.
Yep, and just... Yep, and then end turn. Pardon me, sir, you are blocking that door. And now I have absolutely blocked the doors.
Good enough.
Yep. Oh, now here's the first one. It's really going to be a thinker. And this is the... You guys really should be using the... multiple breach points here.
Well, we've got to up the ante somehow. This might not necessarily make much sense for a police building, but
well,
it's a good way of showing off the power of this engine, surely, having a map that looks like this.
Oh yeah, even the background is 3D models. But basically, this is very much a teaching moment here. So Zan's thing is to fire a predictive bolt before the 4C phase, which is basically how I mentioned how he likes to combo things up. It's him setting up a predictive bolt and then Jen shooting the enemy into his predictive bolt line.
That is one way of doing it. The other way I found was I could set up the predictive bolt aiming at a door and then have her open the door with the thing already in the middle of the door. And then it saw an enemy and shot him.
Mm-hmm. So, I think... Yeah, oh, hold on a second. Zan, just going to breach here. Pardon me, sir. And then predictive... You're saying go that way.
Yeah,
then Jen
I mean, you can
breach.
maybe move a little bit if you want, but it's up to you.
Like that.
Yep, exactly like that. Yep.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
So it might have been nice if he was already standing in front of the door, but otherwise it's good. I mean, I think he can still move after that. Like, if you're standing in the doorway, then you haven't used the move action yet. Yeah, and you still have an angle on that. So yeah, that way you get more movement if you move after the door is open rather than before. Because I think you can actually run all the way through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's a lot of melee units in this map, so... yeah, the gunners seem to be mostly in the back.
Now, Jen's thing here is defenestrate 3 people in a turn. That is not easy. Like, basically, defenestrating 3 people in a turn basically requires, again, coming back here with more advanced stuff later on.
Yeah, I would worry about that right now, especially when somehow these guys are starting to get wise that maybe they shouldn't be standing next to windows.
Mm-hmm. But, that being said, chain bolt, and then... Because I can clear this ahead of time.
Oh, yeah, like, it's a real huge moment when you realize, hey, wait a minute, the windows don't block anything. We have the range advantage on most of these guys here.
Hold on, I'm just gonna try and...
Like, you almost have to do some kind of diagonal shot here. The opportunities are just so good.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just looking at this and being very sad that I can't do... Yeah, because you...
Yeah, maybe not this time.
Wait. I think I could do this.
With the Gale Grenade help?
No.
Okay.
Hit you. Oh, shoot, it won't... No, cancel. Hit you first. No, because that knocks you back.
So I think you can do it because Gale Grenade can also go diagonally, right, through the windows. So because your Chain Bolt hits 3, you could zigzag from that guy in the middle to one of those guys who's standing next to the cabinets, those are the files on the rear wall, and then, like, forward into the guy in the window. So Chain Bolt gets 2 and Gale Grenade gets 1.
Sure, let's try that. And then you are beside the window there, so I can kick you out.
Yep, there you go.
Alright, that's it. Everybody's used. Everybody is confident. I think I'm good for the turn.
Yeah, looks good to me. I don't think Zan was able to make it to that second door anyhow, so I don't think you really miss anything based on, like, them being 1 or 2 tiles forward.
No, because he had to stop before the locked door here and set up his shot.
Well, the thing I was mentioning earlier was setting up the predictive bolt before he moved. So you would do that whole sequence, and then he would be able to move after the door was already open. But I don't think he had enough movement to make it all the way to the second door.
I don't think so either, but move.
So yeah, something for later, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Move, breach. He can shoot this guy here.
I think this is the first time we've actually seen breachable doors in the middle of a mission, too, but they work like you would expect.
Mm-hmm. Alright, this guy is going to... Or was going to do that.
All that armor isn't going to protect him from getting a concussion.
Nope. But that's that for this turn, because nobody else can do anything else. We've got more doors that... Jen's got to breach more doors, and Zan's got to do his own thing as well. And this reinforcement door isn't coming out yet.
Well, yeah, it would be a little silly for them to be dumping more guys into the room while we weren't there yet. This time.
Mm-hmm.
Candygram.
Damn it, Zan can't reach the breach point. Shoot. Alright. That's an unfortunate... It's pretty much a dead turn, unfortunately.
Yeah, feels bad, but this is a long one anyway, so not too much to worry about.
Alright, so he's going to spawn somebody next turn. Zan can deal with you. You know, I almost think that this might have been easier if Jen was on this door. Because if Jen was on this side, she might have been able to chain bolt off of, chain to deal with this guy. To let Zan
it
come
seems
in
like
through that
Zan
door.
was supposed to take care of the sharpshooter, then Jen might have been able to do a chain lightning. Because she's going to, step into the doorway. But not through the doorway. Okay. Alright, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay, that's safe to chain there.
Yeah.
Alright, she was warned not to step through the doorway. Just in the doorway is good enough.
Yeah. And one enemy coming out next turn. I think I got this locked.
Yeah. I mean, they had to run all the way up the stairs. We were just on level ground, so we had that tactical advantage going for us.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Zan's not in a position to either secure the door or... Here. Seal the door. There we go. At some point, some of these missions are just purely cleanup more than anything else. And there's not really tactics involved.
Yeah, 13 of them. Yeah, that's a good measurement of how they're dialing things up. Well, we're barreling through them.
We are barreling through them. Found banks already.
Oh, of course. Just jammed into the wrong box.
Or it could be, sorted chronologically by arrest time.
Of course. What do you think the backpack and the satchel are for?
Zan has the backpack and the satchel. 6 to 20 new bones. I love the fact that it's basically magical GPS to find our target. Or next door.
Because they need to put her over there. There's something important in that building. Sure sounds like there's some handy controlled substances they want.
Mm-hmm. So there's our hostage. There's Liv. There's our pyromancer and Steve.
Steve.
And just a reminder, Jen is a witch. She has a broom. I appreciate the fact that, if they're incinerating all this blue stuff, they're at least, making an effort to not have a raging inferno. Spaghetti jokes.
Well, it makes sense. They had a guy on the inside who was on the take.
Mm-hmm. Well, fortunately, we've got a lot of questions to ask, and everybody's going to take their time here. So this blue stuff is the mana charges we use, and when we're collecting evidence, we're literally collecting the blue stuff.
Well, I guess they need burning mana to melt down magical things. That sounds like that makes sense. Something's rotten in the state of Denmark.
Mm-hmm. No one has a military use for mana yet, but they're scared somebody's gonna find one.
I'm reminded of the CIA experiments into trying to see if they could develop psychic powers.
The men who stare at goats.
Mm-hmm. So who is he? Ah. Well. Yeah. Everyone has their different talents. More so when there's magic.
Yep.
People with poor impulse control. People who power would corrupt have more power.
True. I just want to point out that any of the the brackets move on ends the conversation at that branch and basically kills off that branch for conversation purposes.
Makes sense.
Borikesh, the less than lethal pyromancer.
He's not as lethal as a more lethal pyromancer, clearly.
So this is the guy you want simmering your soup, not boiling your pots.
Ugh, that's Steve.
Yes, he's hearing the conversation through the door, and he's just letting us chat.
In our sleep. Dodging him isn't the hard part.
No. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Clark, Traffic Warlock. We have a couple of goals here. Step 1 is finish with all team members at full health. Easy enough. Step 2, Defenestrate Steve Clark, Traffic Warlock. We're going to do both.
It is hard. This is a boss fight in the tactical sense, of course, makes sense, but this is also a teaching moment, of course, showing you how it can be hard to defenestrate people when they don't want to be defenestrated.
So Steve has 2 points of armor, so he basically ignores the first 2 points of direct damage that comes at him. But as we saw last time, getting thrown into a wall bypasses armor. He's also got 6 health, so he's going to be a bit of a... If we try to just punch him out, it's not going to work. Also, have a look at his character description in the upper right-hand corner. Carol. Steve also creates a band 3 wide that is basically an AoE effect, and if you're caught in the AoE effect, he's going to send spectral cars at you. Ghost cars.
I mean, it's a pretty standard boss trick. Do not stand in the red zone. You will regret it.
So, you can send Steve out the door on turn 2 with just what we've got right now.
Yeah, that's how fast I was able to do it. It is not easy, but it is possible.
The trick is to exploit Steve's positioning AI. He will try to position himself to catch both Jen and Zan in the area of effect of his attack, if possible. If he can only get one of them, if they're the same distance away, he'll go for Jen. Otherwise, he will try to line up with whoever is closer to him.
Makes sense. He has much more of a personal grill with Jen than Zan.
Mm-hmm. So the goal then is to manipulate Steve's self-positioning to put him into a position where he is standing about here on turn 2, where we can then Gale Grenade him into this spot and then shoot him out the window, or shoot and Gale Grenade him out of the way, out of this window here. Or you could symmetry and push him out this window.
Yeah, I didn't know a whole lot about this going into it, but one thing I did remember was a post from one of the developers' devlogs on Twitter, I think it was, where they said, "Oh, we have exactly one more like AI directive for bosses than for normal enemies. Try not to stand in front of windows."
Mm-hmm. Simply because unless the boss has some sort of knockback reducer, knocking them out the window is the quick way to win. So step 1 I usually find is to move Jen up here. I don't want to Gale Grenade him right now because if I move him like now, like if I move him like this,
A, it's just kind of a waste of time, and B, it moves his own threat range over too.
Mm-hmm. But it does let Zan move all the way up here.
That's true.
And 3 bolt and hold on.
Like, when you have limited use abilities, I guess it makes the most sense to, like, combine them all together when you finish your goal, more so than, like, letting the enemy recover from having used some of them in a way that they can just reverse, I guess. In this case, by just moving.
Yeah. So I want Zan to move there. Let's start by setting you up and moving you that way.
So since it's not a battle of HP, it's a battle of positioning.
Mm-hmm. And I want him to prioritize Jen over here first. And Zan
yeah,
just
this is one of the better
bolting.
uses of the predictive bolt, when you just have a reinforcement door that you can cover with the laser, as opposed to like covering like 3 tiles away from it and kind of hoping they wander into it. Now they've got no choice but to walk into it.
Mm-hmm. But here I'm just going to shoot him back and put him up against the wall here to discourage him from coming forward any further.
Sure. Makes sense.
Actually, hold on. No, because Zan's already shot him, that's why he can't shoot him again to get him out the door there. So I was just thinking about the possibility of using Zan's not the Gale Grenade, his time thing, to give Jen that extra hit. Hold on.
You might be able to do that if you're willing to accept chain bolting Zan.
I have Jen goes over here. Static blasts you that way. Zan goes here out of the way, grabs the intel, 3 bolt burst to push you back 1 step. And then Jen Gale Grenades there. Zan time boosts Jen. Jen.
Oh, there you go. Almost.
No,
So you're still on the
damn it.
diagonal, and that's, yeah, like now you're starting to get into angles, because you're like past the 45-degree line, so that's more of a north, like, straight line push into the wall, rather than a diagonal push.
Yeah, I need to be up over here to do that.
Yeah, and I don't think you can push him diagonally past the corner of the mana bale there. He's just going to run into it.
Mm-hmm.
So you might just have to settle for doing it in 2 turns instead of 1.
Oh. Not mean to do that. Three-volt burst sends you going that way. Jen. Chain bolt isn't going to do much there. Predictive bolt. I think I'll save the time boost for a later point because we're not in a position where time boost will kill anybody.
Exactly.
Alright, everything looks clear. Foresee. And that is his ability. He literally throws cars at you.
It's okay. You were on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm. Wait. You son of a bitch. You absolutely gloriously stupid bastard. Pardon my French. Zan?
Oh, I bet. Did he not want to run over Phase, maybe?
Yeah, but hold on. I'm just going to... Here. So, step 1, I'm just going to shoot this guy. Just get him out of the way. Predictive bolt down the line. Jen runs up here, seals the door. Oh, and then Gale Grenade.
Yeah, there you go. Now you can shoot him sideways instead of diagonal.
Oh,
He's got armor. And that's not a knockback shot, it's just a piercing shot. But no, you got knockback there, so it's all good.
Yep. And then run up.
Yeah, you still got move. So, takes some getting used to, but being able to just reorder these things in any order you want, like move after shooting if you want, is pretty handy.
Mm-hmm. But I think the important part is that no reinforce. So there's going to be a reinforcement on the next turn, but I think I've got this wrapped.
Yeah, looks clean to me.
Because you can run up there, predictive bolt that.
At the end of the day, Steve's strength was also his undoing. The fact that he wanted to run people over with cars.
Yeah, but end turn. There we go. And seal the door. Everybody's at full health. That looks good to me.
Very nicely done.
The one defenestration is the one that matters. Get fucked, Steve. I love the writing in this game. But that's it for this arc. I think Laylight and I should be done for this video, and we will see you all again when we go next door to check out the illicit substances building. I want to thank you all for joining us. Yep. See you all next time.